Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Hilltop for our second game of this girl-boy separated by half an hour and a half doubleheader. Harrison County Thoroughbreds taking on the Robertson County Black Devils in a game that was a makeup game from one that was supposed to have been played some 8 days ago, but was weathered out, as it were. In district play this year so far, Robertson is 0-3, losing last night to Nicholas County and Carlisle. Meanwhile, Harrison County sports a 2-0 record against district competition with last night's win up at Pendleton County. Robertson County will come into today's game with a record of 2-16 and have lost their last 5 in a row. They're coached by Brandon Henson, who's in his first year at the helm of the Black Devil program. He takes over for Thomas Mitchell, who resigned after 1 year. Brandon Henson also mainly more famous for being Jason Henson's brother. Of course, Jason Henson, longtime coach at Augusta. This year, the Black Devils are led in scoring by freshman Ben Sweet at over 9 points per game. The thing that hurts the Black Devils the most is their lack of depth. They have sophomore Ashton Myers returned just 2 games ago after missing some 7 games, and Nathaniel Gray was lost for the season with an injury in the 4th game of the season. Those 2 injuries exasperating the depth problem. And Robertson, not very good shooters, hitting just 36% from the floor and 22% from three-point range, thus the 2-16 record. Meanwhile, the Breds are on a roll with winning 4 out of their 6 games after that 9-game losing streak. As we said, won it last night at Pendleton County 57-44, a game that Harrison County led all the way. In fact, the Thoroughbreds raced out to a 13-2 lead at the start of the game and never looked back. The Robertson County Black Devils never got closer, or Pendleton County Wildcats, rather, never got closer than 8 points the rest of the way. The Breds led by as many as 20 points in the second half. Harrison County let off with the pedal a little bit, allowing the Wildcats to stay relatively close, but they played with a lot of energy until the final buzzer. By contrast, the Breds sometimes in the past have lost concentration at that time of the game, but played pretty well, I think, against Pendleton County with just a few exceptions. A little bit of poor decision-making as well, but that's going to happen when you get up by some 20 points. Caden Custard is averaging 23 points per game since his return from the disabled list and scored a season low of 9 points in yesterday's win, but to Caden's credit, he didn't try to force anything, just played within the offense, and whether he scores 9 points or 29 points for Caden, he's got a big picture. As long as the Thoroughbreds win, he doesn't care how many points he has. Well, we'll take our break right now and come back and give you the starting lineups of tonight's game between Harrison County and Robertson County. You're listening to the Cynthia Hardy's pregame show on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Let's take a look at the starters. First for Robertson County, as we said, 2-15 on the year, coached by Brandon Henson. At a guard, a 5'10 senior, number 11, Devin Craig. Craig averaging 7.4 points per game. Another guard is Ben Sweet. Sweet leads the team in scoring at 9.1 points per game. He wears the number 23 and is a 5'7 freshman. The third guard is manned by Eli Swanner. Swanner wears the number 1. He's a 5'6 8th grader and is averaging an even 8 points per contest. At one of the forwards is Nathan Turner. He's a 6-foot sophomore that wears the number 2 and is averaging 5.2 points a game. And at the other forward, a 6-foot sophomore, number 12, Ashton Myers. Myers averaging 8.1. So once again for the Black Devils, it'll be Craig, Sweet, Swanner, Turner, and Myers. Robertson County averaging 41.4 points per game on offense this year while giving up 68.8. Now for the Harrison County Thoroughbreds, 6-11 on the air, coached by Terrence Brooks. At guard, a 6'2 senior, number 1, Caden Custard. Custard averaging 24.6 points per game on the air. Another guard is Mason Smiley. He wears the number 3 as a 5'9 senior and has raised his average to 10.5 points a game. At our third guard, Elijah Harris. Harris, a 5'9 senior who wears the number 13. He's now averaging 14.5 points a game. At one forward, Garrett Wilson. Wilson wears the number 20. He's a 6'1 senior and is averaging 9.5 points a game. And at the other forward, a 6'3 senior, number 25, Braxton Grubb. Grubb averaging 6.4. So once again for the Breds, it'll be Custard, Smiley, Harris, Wilson, and Grubb. Offensively, the Thoroughbreds averaging 62.6 points per game. On defense, giving up 65.9. On paper, Harrison County about a 29-point favorite to win this game. So unless something strange happens, look for Harrison County to win this game rather handily here tonight. As far as the overall series between Harrison County and Robertson County, this will be the 56th time the two teams have gotten together. Harrison County owns the series 47-8, including a mark of 25-4 here on the Hilltop. Their first meeting, you have to turn the calendar all the way back to November of 1951 when Harrison County traveled to Mount Olivet and knocked off, at that time, the Deming Black Devils, now the Robertson County Black Devils, 40-32. Last year, the two teams met 3 times. In the regular season meeting in Mount Olivet, Harrison won 73-20. Then when the Black Devils came to Harrison County, the Thoroughbreds won that game 69-24. They then met again in the first round of the district tournament, and Harrison County won that game handily as well, 71-24. So let's hope that those trends continue here tonight. Breds will be back in action on Tuesday night here at the Hilltop when they'll take on Nicholas County in the back half of a girl-boy doubleheader. And then on Friday, we'll head to Mount Olivet to take on Robertson County. The boys will play the last game, the girls the first. Girls at 6, boys at 8. And then a week from today, Harrison County will travel to Woodford County High School for the Ed Step Classic, where they'll play Tate's Creek at 3:30 in the afternoon. So that ought to be fairly interesting. Meanwhile, the Phillies earlier today came up with an exciting 51-49 win. They will also be playing in those doubleheaders on Tuesday and Friday, and we'll be going to St. Patrick on Saturday for a 1 o'clock game. As far as the wrestling team is concerned, well, first let's listen to the national anthem, then we'll take a break, and then come back for the tip-off. But right now, our Star Spangled Banner. The Hilltop, starting five for Robertson County has been introduced. Now it's the Breds' turn. Going back to wrestling, today the boys wrestling team was involved in the state duels at Taylor County. Hopefully they did very well. Next Saturday, the girls wrestling team will be hosting the Region 6 tournament, probably over at the middle school. Well, it might be at the high school, actually. So let's hope that our boys did well today, and our girls will work hard to do even better next Saturday when they start their bid to win another state championship. All right, all 10 starters have been introduced for this game between the 6 and 11 Thoroughbreds and the 2 and 15 Robertson County Black Devils. Jumping center for Harrison County will be Caden Custard on the opposite side of the mid-court stripe. Will be Ashton Myers for Robertson County as we're about to get this game underway. Says Nathan Turner. The ball is up and the tap control by Harrison. Wilson goes straight to the block. His shot off the glass is no good. Elijah Harris there, and he'll put it back up and in. So Elijah gives Harrison County the early 2-0 lead. We haven't even played 10 seconds yet. In the front court with the basketball come the Black Devils. That's Sweet at the top of the key. Goes to the right side, tries to pass inside, nearly knocked away. But with the loose ball, Craig. Craig goes to the block. His shot off the glass is good. Devin Craig ties the score at 2-2. 7:27 left in the first quarter. With the basketball, jump shot put up by Smiley, no good. But once again, there is Elijah Harris to pick up the garbage and put it back in the basket as Harrison County goes up 4-2. In the front court with the basketball come the Black Devils. With it in the paint, a steal by Braxton Grubb. But then he'll try an outlet pass. It's a bit beyond his intended receiver, Elijah Harris. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Robertson County breaks the press. In the front court is Sweet. Sweet double teamed. He'll get the ball into the hands now of Craig. Craig back to Sweet. Sweet inside the arc on the left side to Turner. He'll get it in the paint. Shot put up, no good. And the rebound is going to be grabbed by Wilson. Wilson in the front court now will be fouled. That foul is going to be called on Sweet. That'll be Ben Sweet's first personal foul. 6:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Harrison leading 4-2, and it will be a shooting foul. Wilson at the line for two on the year. Wilson is a 74% free throw shooter. First free throw by the senior is up and bounces in there. Reds now up 5-2. Second free throw upcoming for Wilson is on the way and good as well. Harrison County up 6-2. Full court pressure being applied. Sweet with the basketball across the timeline. Goes between the circles. Now the ball knocked away. The loose ball picked up by Craig. They get it on the near side to Turner. Turner tries a pass inside. Stolen this time by Grubb. Into the front court. Gets the ball to Smiley on the run out. Who puts it up and in. Mason's first 2 points. And Harrison County up 8-2. 6:18 left to go in the first quarter. Now another steal by Harrison County. Grubb the recipient. Elijah Harris gets a pass from Wilson, who lays it in, and now a quick timeout is going to be called by Robertson County. 6:08 left to go in the first quarter. Harrison County up 10-2, just a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. Look for the Thoroughbreds to keep running and gunning and pressing and scoring off of turnovers by the Black Devils here in this game. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm is there. Get a new home or auto quote with Joe by calling 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and the Phillies. Out of the timeout, Robertson County will have the basketball and will be facing full court pressure. Inbounding the ball will be Turner for his Black Devils. Being guarded on the inbounds by Wilson. Gets the inbounds pass to Sweet. Sweet to Turner, now to Craig. Craig gets it up to Myers. Myers throws the ball away. Steal by Wilson, goes to the basket and lays it in. 4 points now for Garrett Wilson, makes it a 12-2 Harrison County advantage. 5:53 left to go in the first quarter. In the front court, Sweet with the ball, goes underneath the basket. His reverse layup is going to bounce out of the rim, and Custard comes away with the rebound. Here's a shot put up and good by Elijah Harris off of the pass from Custard. 8 points now for Elijah. Harrison County up 14-2. 5:33 left in this first quarter. Turnover by Robertson County again, their 5th of the day. Smiley inbounds the ball to Custard, up top to Grubb. Grubb in the paint, goes to the basket. His layup is good. First points of the game scored by Braxton. Harrison County up 16-2. Still 5:23 left to go in the first quarter. With the basketball, Craig in the front court will find Myers. Myers dribbles to the left, now reverses back to the right. Now looking for help, he'll get the ball to Craig. Craig lobs the ball inside to Myers. He has to go and save it, and now we'll bring it back out front where he's going to be fouled by Grubb. That'll be Braxton's first personal. Well, you have a big group to feed. The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. There you go. In front of the Harrison County bench, Sweet lobs the ball into the backcourt to Craig. Craig across the timeline on the far side of the midcourt circle. Now lobs it to the left side to Sweet. Sweet at the elbow in the paint, puts up a shot too hard off the glass, no good, and Braxton Grubb gets the rebound. Up the floor, Grubb in the corner finds Harris for 3, short. And Myers will get the rebound for his Black Devils. Craig with the basketball, his team down 16-2. Gets it on the left side to Myers, back near the center line to Craig. Now back to Myers on the wing. Myers in the paint, lobs the ball in the corner to Sweet for a 3-point try, no good. And the rebound is going to be brought down by Myers, and it's going to be taken away by Grubb. In the front court, Smiley lobs the ball down on the baseline to Wilson. Wilson's shot good. Garrett now is 6 points. Makes it 18-2, Harrison County, with just 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. With the basketball, nearly a steal by Wilson, but Sweet has it, falls to the ground, and turns the ball over. We go the other way, and Smiley lays it up and in. And an injured Sweet, who was knocked down on the play, slow getting up. And with 3:57 on the clock, he'll be helped over to where he can have a seat and be looked at the trainer. Hope he'll be okay. Couple of subs coming into the game for the Black Devils. Tanner Gifford, 5'6" sophomore, averaging 1.4. Also Hunter Poe, a 5'3" sophomore, averaging 2.5. With the basketball, Poe. Now a steal by Wilson. Wilson goes all the way back the other way and lays it up and in. He now has 8 points as well. As Harrison's lead grows to 22-2. 3:43 left in the first quarter. Across the timeline comes Harrison County. Now a foul is going to be called on Wilson, going for the steal. They've been here for farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Mike Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit efarmcredit.com. From just to the right of the Harrison County bench, Gifford inbounds the ball. Now Gifford gets it inside, and a shot put up and good by Poe. Makes the score 22-4 with 3:30 left. With the basketball inside the center circles, Harris. Pass to the near sideline. He'll get it to Grubb. Down to the left elbow to Wilson. Back up top to Harris. In the corner finds Smiley for a 3-point try. Short. Rebound by Grubb. Goes back up and bounces off. But there is Wilson, who picks up the garbage and puts it back up and in. And it's going to be a possibility of a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. The count goes to 24-4. Wilson on the season, a 74% free throw shooter. He's 2 for 2 today, making 3 for 3. As the Breds lead now goes to 25-4 with exactly 3 minutes on the clock. Checking in for Harrison County, Jay Sean Lewis, 5'11" junior, averaging 3.3. Also, Damon LaRue, 6-foot senior, averaging 1.4, and Justin Craycraft, 6'9 senior, averaging 5.3. Here's a three-pointer put up by Craig, no good, but the rebound is brought in by Swanner. Up top with the basketball now, Craig hands it off in between the circles to Gifford. Gifford fires a three-point try, banks it in. Tanner Gifford with his first points of the night makes it 25-7. 2:30 left to go in this first quarter. Now Craycraft drives to the basket, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, and puts it back up and in. Craycraft, first 2 points, makes it now 27-7 with 2:14 left. And now a steal by Harrison County. Custard has it, goes all the way the other way, and scores his first points of the game to make it 29-7. 2:04 left to go in the first quarter. In the front court, an intended pass for Swanner is knocked out of bounds by Lewis. Myers checks back in the game now for Robertson County. Goes only 3 deep on the bench. Here's a pass inbounds for Robertson County in front of the stable. With the basketball, Swanner. Swanner gets the ball again. And now it's going to be stolen away by LaRue. Damon the other way, lays it up and in for his first 2 points of the ball game, which makes the score 31-7 with 1:43 on the clock. Full timeout by Robertson. We'll take it as well. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Your score, Harrison County 29, Robertson County 7. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC1. Robertson County breaks the press. A shot put up and good by Swanner. Swanner makes the score 31-9 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Smiley with it now, gets it in the paint to Custard. Custard down low, perfect pass, but Craycraft misses the shot, and the rebound brought down by Poe. So we'll head the other direction with Craig with the basketball. Craig nearly traveled to get the ball to Myers at the top of the key, and Myers is going to be fouled by Craycraft. That'll be Justin's first. Cynthia Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's Hardee's in Cynthiana. From his own baseline, Craig to trigger the inbounds pass. Craig looking, lobs it up top into the hands of Swanner, who fires a three, no good off the flange, and down with the rebound is Craycraft. He'll get it to LaRue. LaRue dishes the ball off and into the hands of Custard to make the score 33-9 with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Here's a three from the left side by Swanner. Good. Swanner with the long-range tray makes the score 33-12. Now a long-range tray by Smiley goes in. Our first Canuck Law three of the game. And Harrison County up 36-12. 34 seconds left on the clock. Myers has his shot blocked by Craycraft, and Craycraft grabs the rebound as well. Into the front court, Smiley to the basket, misses the shot, and Craig comes down with the rebound as we head the other direction. Craig, with 18 seconds left, will give the ball to Swanner, who has his pocket picked by Custard. Custard rolls underneath the basket and lays it in to make it 38-12 with just 5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Here's a steal, though, by Lewis, Jay Sean will not be able to get the shot off before the buzzer sounds. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, your score, Harrison County 38, Robertson County 12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, Harrison County has raised out to a 38-12 lead. Black Devils will have the ball to begin the second quarter. Well, they've been here for farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Mike Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit efarmcredit.com. With the basketball, Poe out front, goes into the paint, dumps it down on the baseline to Myers. Myers looking for help, finds Craig on the wing. Craig to the foul line. Here's a dribble down low, and finally Myers has it stripped away by Elijah Harris. Harris to Custard, who lays it up and in. 8 points now for Caden, as Harrison County's lead goes to 40-12. In the front court come the Black Devils. With the basketball, Turner gets it inside to Myers, who banks in a shot. First points of the game for Ashton Myers. Gets his team back to within 40-14 with 7:11 left to go in the first half. Lewis in the corner finds Harris in the paint to Boyers, who's in. And as Jaden goes to the basket, we're going to have a basket and a foul. So Boyers with his first points of the game makes it 42-14. And we'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play with 7:03 on the clock here in the first half. Boyers on the year, a 54% free throw shooter. His free throw is up, and it is no good. Coming up with the rebound will be Gifford. And up the floor come the Black Devils. Craig throws a pass. Now on the near side, Turner has it. He'll get it to Swanner. Swanner tries a pass, knocked out of bounds by Harris. Robertson County will maintain possession. 6:48 left to go in the half. Harrison up 42-14. From his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Craig. Lobs it up and stolen by LaRue. Demond in the front court goes all the way himself to the basket and lays it up and in. Demond with 4 points. Makes it a 44-14 Harrison County lead. 6:35 on the clock. Now another turnover by the Black Devils. Harris has it now. Dishes it off to LaRue in the corner for a three-point try. No good. Long rebound comes all the way out to Demond, who dumps it down on the baseline and into the hands of Custard, who makes the shot. They make the score now 46-14. 6:12 left in the first half. Here's a steal by Harrison County. Elijah Harris will take it to the basket and lay it in. Harrison County now up 50, or make that 48-14. 5:59 on the clock. Now here is another steal by LaRue, and he'll have his dribble back tapped away and out of bounds by Robertson County's Gifford, but Harrison County will maintain possession. 48-14 your score. Harrison County another basket. We'll have a continuous clock. LaRue gets the ball in the corner to Lewis. Up top to Boyers. He'll hand it to Custard. Custard to Harris over on the far side. Now in the corner, he'll find LaRue. Demond, the pass to Custard, goes to the basket. His layup is no good, but he's fouled, and will go to the line for a couple. Foul's going to be on Craig. That'll be his first. This will be Custard's first free throws of the night on the year, a 77% free throw shooter. Free throw on the way and good. Makes the score 49-14. 5:39 left. Second free throw for Caden upcoming. Chip, get this first. Free throw is good to make it 50-14. Checking in for Robertson County, Landon Logan. Landon Logan, a 5'8 sophomore, averaging 2.3 points per game. With the basketball will be the new man. He'll get it to Swanner, fires a three, rolls off the rim, no good. And Jay-Sean Lewis is there for the rebound. Into the front court come the Breds. Harris, ball fake, kicks it up top to Lewis. Lewis inside the arc. Now gets it in between the circle to Harris, to the right side to LaRue. LaRue to Wilson, Wilson to Boyers. Boyers turns around, almost turned it over. Now dishes it off on a nice pass to Lewis, who will lay it up and in. First points for Lewis. Give Boyers the assist. Harrison County goes up 52-14 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. With the basketball now, Swanner in the front court for Robertson County. He'll get it in between the circles to Logan. Logan to Gifford. Gifford fires a long three, tried to bank it in, it's no good. Wilson with the rebound for the Breds. In the front court, Wilson hands the ball to Lewis. Lewis in the corner to LaRue. LaRue goes into the paint, kicks to the far side to Harris, back up top once again to Wilson. Now a pass to Lewis for a three-pointer, no good. But LaRue is there for the rebound. DeMond in the corner finds Harris, back up top to LaRue, now to the right side to Lewis. Lewis tries a pass to Boyers. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Myers. Harrison County will maintain possession. If you're fed up, call Canup. Canup Law promises to treat you with care, respect, and dignity in whatever legal situation you're in. Visit them at canuplaw.com. Here's a three by LaRue, air ball, and it's going to be picked up by Harris, who puts it up and in. .13 points now for Wilson. Makes it 54-14. 4:03. Here's a long three put up by Logan, no good. And coming down with the rebound is Lewis, and he's going to be fouled. Harrison County with the ball, leading by 40, 54-14, under 4 to go. Here in the first half, across the timeline comes Harris. Harris pass to the right side to LaRue, in the corner to Boyers. Boyers up top to Wilson, to the left side to Harris, long range. Harris fires a three, in and out. Rebound pulled down by Myers, and now Myers has the ball stolen away from him, and the basket by Jay-Sean Lewis puts Harrison County up 56-14. 3:25 on the clock. Up top with the basketball now is Swanner. Gets it in the paint to Gifford. Gifford puts up a 12-footer, no good. And Lewis gets another rebound. Here we head the other way. Lewis to Boyers. Boyers is shot blocked from behind, but a foul is going to be called on Robertson County. Foul is going to be on Myers. It'll be his first. Going to the line will be Boyers, where he's 0 for 1 today. 3:09 on the clock, 56-14, Harrison County leading. First free throw by Jaden is good. As Smiley checks back in for Harrison County. Craig back in for the Black Devils. 57-14 now. Second free throw upcoming for Boyers is no good. And the rebound is going to be picked up by Poe. Into the front court come the Black Devils. In the corner, Logan dribbles it back onto the wing. Now a skip pass to the far side is picked off by Harris. Harris in the front court goes all the way to the basket. His layup is good, and he is fouled. And now Elijah will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play as he puts his team up 59-14. Braxton Grubb checks back in for the Breds, as does Caden Custard. Harris on the year of 71% free throw shooter. Has a dozen points today. First free throw is good, or the free throw is good to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. 60-14. Harrison County up with 2:46 still left in the first half. With the basketball, Craig dishes it into the paint. And now with the ball is Logan. Logan lobs it into the hands of Turner. Turner back to Logan, and he'll have his pocket picked by Custard. Caden in the front court gets it to Smiley. Smiley to the basket, lays it up and in. 9 points for Mason. Makes it 62-14 with 2:21 still left in the first half. Craig with the basketball has his pass knocked away. Robertson County will maintain possession. Stockyards Bank and Trust has competitive home equity loans and home equity lines of credit. Ask a lender to learn more. That's Stockyards Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some debris picked up off of the floor. Inbounds pass comes to Craig. Craig in between the circles. Now drifts to the right side, long range. Now goes down to the baseline. And his pass is picked off by Elijah Harris. Harris, an outlet pass to Smiley, who puts it up and in. Smiley with 11 points now. Harrison's lead now 64-14. 1:47 on the clock. In the front court with the basketball, Craig nearly had the ball taken away from him. Now trapped in a double team, and is going to be a foul called. It's going to be on Custard. That'll be Caden's first. 64-14. Harrison County led 38-12 at the quarter break. Now here's a pass in the backcourt, knocked away by Smiley and out of bounds. Robertson County will maintain possession. 64-14. Inbounding the ball, Repo, he'll get it into the hands of Craig. Craig across the timeline, moves to the top of the key. Stops and pops for a three-pointer, good. Devin Craig with his 5th point. Makes it 64-17 with 1:20 left in the first half. With the basketball now is Grubb. Lobs it to Smiley, to Harris, to the right side to Custard, up top to Harris. Over on the far corner, they find Smiley for a three. Rolls off the rim, no good. But there for the rebound is Custard. He'll get it to Wilson, who goes to the basket and lays it in. Garrett with 15 points now. Makes the score 66-17 with under a minute to go in the second quarter. With the basketball now, Craig spins around, tries a pass, knocked out of bounds by Smiley. So Robertson will maintain possession, trailing by 49 points. Inbound the ball will be Logan. Logan looking, lobs it, picked off by Custard. Caden goes all the way the other way and lays it in. He now has 14. 68-17 with 36 seconds left to go in the half. Craig puts up a long three that's going to be an air ball. So Harrison County will get the ball back with 28 seconds. Been some time since we scored 70 and a half. In the front court, Custard. Up top, he'll find Smiley in the paint to Wilson. Turnaround 15-footer, rattles in. Good. Wilson now with 17 points. 70-17. Your score, 12 seconds left to go in the half. With the basketball, Craig has his pocket picked by Harris. Harris goes up and lays it up and in for his 15th point. And that is the way that the first half will end. With your score, Harrison County 72, Robertson County 17. It's been all Harrison County all the way in this one so far. We invite you to join us now for our halftime show, brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from this first half of play. That coming up after this timeout. But once again, your halftime score, Harrison County 72, Robertson County 17. You've been listening, or are listening, to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. righty, back here at the Hilltop. Your halftime score, Harrison County 72, Robertson County 17. It's been all Thoroughbreds all the way. Take a look at the scoring for the Black Devils. They're paced by a couple of players with 5 points apiece. Both Devin Craig and Eli Swanner have 5, including a tray. Also scoring, Tanner Gifford had 3. Ashton Myers had 2. Also playing but not scoring, Nathan Turner, Landon Logan, Ben Sweet, to round things out. Meanwhile, Harrison County already has 4 players in double figures, led by Garrett Wilson, 17. 15 for Elijah Harris, 14 for Caden Custard, and 11 for Mason Smiley. 4 points each for both Damon LaRue and Jay Sean Lewis, 3 for Jaden Boyers, and 2 points apiece for both Braxton Grubb and Justin Craycraft, as everybody who got into the game scored for the Breds. That's the way the individual numbers look. We'll be back and take a look at the team stats right after this. You're listening to the halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County in command by a score of 72 to 17. So I'll get the 3, 6, 7, the stats figured out here real quick for you. And let's see, 12 and 11, 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, for the first half, Harrison County blistered the nets, as you might imagine, as they made 32 out of 45 shots. That's 71.1%. They only made 1 of 7 3-pointers, however. Meanwhile, Robertson County, 7 of 19, that's 36.8%. They were 3 of 10 from long distance. Harrison County went to the line 9 times, made 7 for 77.8%, while Robertson County failed to go to the charity stripe in the first half. Turnovers, a big story. Harrison County committed exactly 1 turnover in the first half, while Robertson County, they had 23 turnovers. And Harrison County wins the rebounding battle as well, 18-8. 2 offensive and 6 defensive rebounds for Robertson County. They were led in that category by Ashton Myers' 3. Meanwhile, 9 offensive and 9 defensive rebounds for Harrison County's 18. They were paced by 4 players with 3 rebounds apiece. Those being Elijah Harris, Garrett Wilson, Jay Sean Lewis, and Justin Craycraft. So there are your halftime stats, which reflect that Harrison County has a big lead. We'll invite you to stay tuned as we'll take a break and then come back with a third quarter handoff right after this timeout. But once again, your halftime score, Harrison County 72, Robertson County 17. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, Harrison County leading 72-17 as we're about to begin the third quarter. It'll be a continuous clock the rest of the way. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Jack Midden is checked in for Harrison County. Midden, a 5'7" sophomore, sophomore averaging 1.1 points a game. Midden will take over at the point. Gets it to Lewis in the corner to Boyers. Boyers back out top to Lewis. Now to LaRue to the far side in front of the stable to Midden. Midden in between the circles to Lewis. Back to Midden on the right side in the corner. Finds Craycraft. Craycraft takes a dribble. Now gets it on the wing to Midden. Up top now to LaRue. In the paint to Boyers. Boyers lobs it down to Craycraft who puts it up and in. Craycraft now with 4 points as Harrison County's lead grows to 74-17. 7:30 left in the third quarter. Now a turnover by Robertson. Going to the basket, but missing it is LaRue. Boyers has a putback that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Coming in for Harrison County now, Landon Kinney. Kinney, a 6'1" sophomore who's yet to score this year. As LaRue will check out. From his own baseline, Kinney inbounds the ball to Lewis. Up top to Craycraft to the left side to Midden. He'll fire a three-point try. No good off the flange. Kinney's there for the putback. Good. Nice job that time by Landon as he scores his first ever varsity points. Makes the score 76-17. 6:41 on the clock. And now another steal by Harrison County. Lewis takes it to the basket and lays it in, 78-17. Into the front court with the basketball, Craig. He'll throw it away as Lewis stood in the middle. Lewis goes up to the basket, misses the shot, however, and it'll be Turner who comes up with the rebound. Into the front court comes Craig. Drifts to the left side, now fires a three-pointer, air ball. So give the ball back to the Breds. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm is there. Get a new home or auto quote with Joe by calling 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and Phillies. Lewis across the timeline to the far side to Kinney. Up top to Lewis once again. Lewis in the corner finds Boyers. Boyers takes the dribble to the block. Passes it to Craycraft, who lays it up and in. 6 points now for Craycraft as Harrison County leads 80-17. 5:37 on the clock. In between the circles with the basketball now is Craig. In the corner, he'll get the ball to Turner. Shot put up by Poe, but he's going to be fouled by Kinney. Nope, they're going to call the foul on Midden, excuse me. Coming in the game now, LaRue, but not until after this first free throw. 5:13 on the clock, 80-17, Harrison up. Free throw up and good. Makes it 80-18. As LaRue checks back in. Second free throw is on the way, and this one is also good. 80-19. 5:12 left. Midden with the basketball across the timeline, gets it to LaRue. LaRue back up top to Midden, to the far side to Kinney. Kinney now in the corner to Boyers. Boyers down to Craycraft from the block. His hook shot good. 8 points now for Craycraft. Makes it 82-19 with 4:50 left. With the basketball over on the far side was Turner to Craig. Then Craig throws it away. Loose ball picked up by Midden. In the front court, gets the ball to LaRue, and DeMond lays it in. Makes it 84-19. 4.5 left in the third. Long three by Swanner, barely grazes the rim, but the rebound is pulled in and put back up, no good by Poe, and he'll go to the line for two. Poe back to the line where he just did make 2 out of 2. First free throw is good. Makes it 84-20. Second free throw upcoming with 4:19 left. Is on its way and good. There you go. 84-21 your score. Harrison County leading. Lewis with the basketball. Gets it in the corner to Kinney. Kinney back to Lewis on the wing, up top to Midden. Now to LaRue on the far side. LaRue in the corner to Kinney for a three-point try. Bounces high off the iron. No good. And Turner will bring down the rebound. Into the front court with the basketball come the Robertson County Black Devils. Swanner with it. Lobs it down on the baseline to Myers. Myers puts up a shot. It's good. 4 points for Ashton Myers. Makes it 84-23 with 3:42 on the clock. Lewis in the front court. Skip past to Midden over in front of the stable. Up top to LaRue. LaRue in the paint. Back to the left side to Lewis for three. Count it down. Another Knupplaw three-pointer for Harrison County. First one of the night for Jay Sean Lewis. Harrison County up now 87-23. Here's a three by Swanner. No good. And Lewis will get the rebound. In the front court, Damon LaRue will lay it up and in. 8 points now for Damon. Makes it 89-23 with 3:03 left. Well, it's been 29 years since we scored 100 points. We might do it tonight. Here's a steal by Harrison County. Lewis to Midden for the three. Good. Another Knupplaw three-pointer, this time by Jack Midden. Harrison County's lead now 92-23. In the front court, Poe gets the ball to Myers, and before Myers can put up a shot, he's going to be fouled. Foul is on LaRue. That will be Damon's first. And send Myers to the line for the first time tonight on the year. Myers, a 50% free throw shooter. First one is going to bounce off. Landon Logan back in the game for Robertson. Do you have a big group to feed? The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
All right. Second free throw for Myers is also no good. And Midden gets the rebound. Into the front court with the basketball. Come the Thoroughbreds. Pass to the far sideline to LaRue. In the corner to Kinney. Kinney dumps the ball down on the block this time. And Wright is going to be called for a travel. It's only the second turnover of the game for Harrison. Gifford back in along with Turner for Robertson County. They've been here for farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Mike Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit efarmcredit.com. And now another turnover by Robertson County. Midden goes and gets it, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled. And we'll go to the line for a couple of free throws. Foul's going to be on Turner, his first. So Midden at the line for the first time this season. First free throws this season for Jack. First free throws on the way and good. 93-23 with 1:40 left in the third. Second free throws also good by Midden. He has 5 points now. 94-23. Minute and a half left. Johnson Central was our opponent the last time we scored 100 points. A 105-42 decision back in January of 95 here on the Hilltop. Been a while. In fact, it's been 800 and I'll get you the exact number here in a minute. Here's a steal by LaRue. LaRue goes to the basket and lays it in. 10 points now for Damon. 96-23. 106 on the clock. 17 and 8:39. Now we got a steal by Harrison County. Under a minute to go here in the third. Here's a pass to Kinney. Right side three, no. Rebound pulled in by Swanner, who has his shot blocked. LaRue with the rebound. Outlet pass is a little too long for Lewis. So on the turnover, give the ball back to Robertson County. Cynthia and Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's Hardee's in Cynthiana. Here's a pass that goes through the arms of Logan for a turnover with 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Lewis with the basketball inside the arc, up top to Midden. He'll pop a three-point try, and no good. Rebound by Lewis. His putback is good. Jay Sean with the strong move at the basket. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play with your score. Harrison County 98, Robertson County 23. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC1. Alrighty, 8 minutes left to go in this contest. Harrison County just too shy of getting 100 points for the first time since January of 1995. A length of 856 games. 856 games since we last scored 100. We used to score 100 every game almost there for a while back during the high-flying days of Mike Wrights. Robertson County with the basketball. Up top, Craig. Moves to the left elbow. And now a pickoff is going to be made by Damon LaRue. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Lewis. Jay Sean goes back to LaRue. Down on the baseline. Kinney is going to be fouled. Actually, it's a jump ball. Possession arrow still faces Harrison County's way. From his own baseline. Inbounds pass comes to LaRue. LaRue to the top of the key to right. Now to Lewis, down on the baseline to Kinney. Kinney back up top once again to Lewis, to LaRue. LaRue to right, goes through his legs for a turnover. Give the ball back to Robertson County as Nathan Turner picked it up. Here's a three by Craig, no good. And Kinney skies for the rebound. Into the front court with the basketball come to Breds. Shot put up no good, but a foul is going to be called. I believe it might be on Myers. Nope. It's going to be on Craig. That'll be Craig's second. So Midden going to the line where he's already 2 for 2. He can get us to the 100 mark if he can make these free throws. 6:34 on the clock. Boyers and Craycraft about to check back in. Midden's first free throw is no good. Let's see. If you're fed up, call Canup. Canup Law promises to treat you with care, respect, and dignity in whatever legal action you may be in. Visit them at canuplaw.com. Midden puts it up and good. Harrison County now up 99-23 with 6:34 left. With the basketball on the right side, Poe, now he'll get it in the corner, a three-point try, good by Swanner. 8 points now for Swanner, makes it 99-26 with 6:15 left. With the basketball, Midden inside the center circle to Kinney over on the right side. He'll get it back to Midden at the top of the key now in front of the Harrison County bench to Boyers. Boyers trying to find Wright, he does. Wright looking for help as he's double teamed in the corner. Gets the ball to Boyers. Boyers a skip pass to Kinney. Kinney goes to the basket. Layup is missed. Wright with the rebound. Put back good. Mason Wright with his first ever varsity points. And Harrison County has gotten to the century mark at 101 to 26. 5:44 left in this basketball game. In the front court, Poe gets it to Craig. Craig at the top of the key. Looking, gets it over on the near side. Now a pass inside is knocked away, and the loose ball is dived upon by Boyers as if he was going after a fumble. But now they call a tie-up with the possession arrow facing Harrison County's way. Now they're going to say it's supposed to go the other direction. So it's actually Robertson County's ball on the jump ball. So they'll maintain possession. Turner will inbounds it. Turner to Craig. 4:50 left. Pass over on the near side. Here's a Swanner three. Try good. 11 points for Swanner. Makes it 101 to 29. 4:38 on the clock. With the basketball at the foul line, Craycraft now dumps it off, and where Wright cannot get to it for a turnover. Tanner Gifford returns now. Stockyards Bank and Trust has competitive home equity loans and home equity lines of credit. Ask a lender to learn more. That's Stockyards Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Midway through the fourth quarter, Swanner tries another three-point try. This time it's no good, and Craycraft will go and get the rebound. In the front court, Boyers down low to Wright, goes to the basket and lays it in. 4 points for Wright. Give the assist to Boyers. Makes it 103 to 29 with 3:53 on the clock. With the basketball in between the circles is Craig. Gets it to Gifford on the wing. Gifford in the corner to Swanner, who floats up a three-pointer, no good. And this time it's going to be Boyers who grabs the rebound. In the front court, Boyers down low to Wright again. This time it rolls off. Rebound is picked up by Wright. His putback is no good, but he's fouled. So Wright will go to the line. Wright's first free throws of the season. 103-29. First free throw is going to be no good. He'll have another crack at it. Second free throw upcoming for the junior. Is on the way, and this one's also no good, but Kinney is there for the offensive rebound. His putback is no good, and we're going to have a foul on Kinney. His first. Robertson with the ball with 3 minutes left. We'll bring it into the front court. Craig with it in between the circles. Pass to the right side. Finds Swanner. Swanner back up top once again to Craig. His three-point try is good. He now has 8 points. Make it 103 to 32 with 2:45 on the clock. Craycraft from the block off the glass and good. Justin with 10 points. Makes it 105 to 32. 2:31 left. Craig with the basketball up front in the front court. Pass to the right side to Gifford. Gifford to Swanner. Swanner an NBA three, no good. And Kinney will go and get the rebound. In the front court come the Breds. Right side, 16-footer by Midden is no good. Boyers gets the rebound, though. And ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touched by the Black Devils. Coming in now, Dominic Mora, 5'5" junior, averaging a half a point a game for Robertson County. From his own baseline, Midden into the corner to Lewis for a three-point try. No. Rebound brought down by Midden. And the ball taken back out front. Here's a pass down low to Wright. Wright shot off the glass is no good, but he's fouled, and we'll go back to the line for a couple of more. Foul is going to be called on Gifford. That'll be his first. So Wright, who is 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. 1:29 left, 105-32. Harrison County has led most of the way. First free throw is no good. We were tied at 2 very early in the game. Second free throw for number 15 upcoming. And Wright's try is good. It's at 106 to 32 with 1:24 left. With the basketball, Logan. Thought about a 3, now gets it into the hands of Poe from the elbow. Jump shot is no good, and Wright gets the rebound. Into the front court come the Breds with just a minute left. LaRue gets it to Kenny on the block. Kenny off the glass too hard, but Wright is there for the putback. Nice job that time by Wright. He has 7 points now. Make it 108 to 32 with 50 seconds left. Here's a three-pointer that's no good. Rebound put back by somebody is no good. And now Harrison County looks like they're going to be content to dribble out the clock. 108 to 32. Harrison County with 108 points. The most since 94. We had 118 against Bracken. Now Lewis with the ball on his hip. Just waiting out the final 10 seconds. He'll pass it to Midden. Now Midden to LaRue. As the clock winds down to 0, Harrison County wins by a final score of 108 to 32. Ball game was in Harrison County's hands from nearly the very beginning as they improved to 7-11 on the year, but more importantly, 3-0 in district play. Robertson County drops to 2-16. They're 0-4 against district competition. We invite you to join us now for our post-game show. Go over all the scoring and stats, whatnot. Have a chat with a member of the Harrison County coaching staff and name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, from here on the hilltop, your final score, Harrison County 108, Robertson County 32. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN.